So is my PowerPoint visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So what does this tell you? What is this image?
So, it's a life cycle of a fruit from a bird uh, to its that means ripening.
Okay, good. What cycle? That's correct answer. And any correlation with this? With this image,
It
can
is
you?
a cyclic process, sir.
Okay, good. It is a cyclic process. Good. Next.
It is growing up process.
It is. Yes. Tell me, nothing wrong. There is a wrong or right answer. Just you can tell what
Growing
comes.
up process.
Growing of lime, citrus fruit.
Like our own life cycle.
Yes, we can relate to our life. Like this only. So we will born, and we will have a steady growth. At last, senescence will be happening. Senescence means it is the old age. Senescence, that last part. We will go to the height, and then we will reach a senescence, and then we will die. So the life cycle of a citrus fruit can be compared with the life cycle of human beings. Okay, like this also we can do. Okay. So just what I did is I provoked your attention process. Just I projected an image. What I did is just I provoked you to say something, and you have said something because you are attentive. You are attentive towards the image. You are focused towards the image. So unless and until you focus the image, you can't get anything. Okay. So since you see the image and get it is the life cycle of a citrus fruit, and then you correlate the life cycle of the citrus fruit with that of the life cycle of human, then it is further wonderful. So you go further. Your attention process provokes you to go further. Okay. So for this one, just this is a projection. Just I asked your response about this image. Okay. So attention is a process wherein which you are focusing on something. So when you are focusing on this thing, the other you will leave. You won't see the other thing. See, I hope as like me, you are sitting in a room, in a corner of a room of your home. In your room there may be some other thing, like a rack of books, or you may be sitting in a dining table, or some food may be nearby, or some other relatives may be nearby, a little bit long, further away, maybe your mother or somebody else. There may be some eatables little far away, or some books. So for that, this moment, when I ask you to see this image, those things and all you won't see. You won't see. Just you are trying to see this image, and then you tell you want to tell something. And if you're trying to see this image, then that means you are showing attentive process. You are attentive. Okay. See, that's what one thing I want to quote. See, and it's a story about Arjuna, and you know Arjuna is a warrior, the world best warrior, and his the teacher Dronacharya, he has taken Duryodhana. There was a tree. I'm not, as I have said earlier, I drawing will not come that much for me. Okay, the teacher is Dronacharya, and he has many disciples, and now we will concentrate on two disciples. One is Duryodhan, and another is Arjun. And he called Duryodhan, and there is a fruit in the tree, and he asked Duryodhan to focus on that fruit. And then he is asking questions one by one to Duryodhan. What you are seeing? He said tree. And then what you are seeing further? I am seeing leaves. And what else you are seeing? I am seeing the fruit. So one by one he is asking. Duryodhan is telling, I am seeing the tree, I am seeing the leaves, the trunk, everything also. Also I see fruit. Okay. The same kind of different questions he asked to Arjun. You know what he replied? What Arjun replied? What was the response by Arjun?
I am seeing only the fruit.
I am
He's seeing only
only the
fruits.
fruit. He is seeing only the fruit, which means that you see the attention process. So you see the attentive. That's what the attention is. See, whenever we are attentive, just you will look at what you have selected. What you have selected. Arjun has selected that fruit. Only fruit is visible to him, and nothing else. Not the tree, not the leaves, neither the teacher, nothing else. Only the he has selected the fruit, and therefore is see that kind of attention we should have while we read, while we are going for reading, while we are in class. So we need to cultivate that kind of attention. Suppose if I am teaching, suppose if we are hearing some songs from the TV, what does that mean? Do you hear some songs from nearby, or if it goes? What does it mean? You are listening to the class, but you do hear some words around you. What does that mean? If you hear some words or songs or some your relatives or somebody's, yes,
Our total concentration is not here.
your attention is not here. Your attention is not here. But let us not use the word of concentration. It is a little bit different from attention. So concentration is a little bit different from attention. Just I only would like to focus on attention. So suppose during the class, in now itself, now on, if you do hear some other from maybe the talking of your relatives or from songs from nearby TV shows or some dialects from the TV shows, if you do hear means you are not attentive in this class. That's what it means. You are not focusing in this class. Okay. Then if it is so, what is the definition for attention? Define attention. Yes. Anyone just define what is attention?
Being keen and focused on our work.
Yes.
Being focused on a
Be,
particular thing.
be focused. Yes. Any other? Anyone?
Focusing
The
on a
process.
particular thing.
Yes. One by one. Focusing.
On a particular thing.
Okay. Focus. Who is the Vijayalakshmi?
No, sir, Vedika.
Vedika. Okay. Okay. Focusing on a particular thing. Okay. Okay. Good. Next. Focusing on a particular thing. Then
Careful listening or watching.
carefulness.
Careful listening or watching.
Yes. The
Giving
second.
priority.
One
So
second.
observing things.
Observing things. Okay. Observing things.
Notice
Giving
taken of
priority.
someone or something.
Yes.
Notice taken of someone or something.
Okay.
As in
Notice. Okay. Notice taken on someone or something. Okay. Next. Next.
Not
Giving
getting distracted or disturbed.
Okay, not getting disturbed or distracted. Okay, next one.
sir, giving priority. Giving priority.
Okay, giving priority. Good, good. Giving priority. Okay. Anything else?
concentrating on a particular stimuli.
Okay. I said do not use the word concentration. Little bit different from
Okay, sir.
attention.
So
So good.
fixing mind on a particular thing, sir.
Yes. Once more.
Fixing mind on a particular thing.
Okay. What is on the particular thing? First part. What? First part of your answer.
Fixing mind, sir.
Okay. Fixing mind on a particular thing. Good. Good. Okay. Right. So it's good. It's good that to hear from you. Many good answers have come. Okay. So attention. I'll say attention is a selection process. Attention is a selection process. See, suppose as I have said previously, so whenever you see something, almost we can see to the tune of 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Okay, starting from to my left and to my right, I could see 180 degrees hemispherically before me. Back of me only I could not able to see. That is also another 180 degree, which cannot be seen by us, but sometimes we can just little bit we can pay attention. But what I see before me, that is 180 degree, there are many things available. Suppose if you take in this room, so before me there is a laptop and our class is going on, and then right side I have a printer, left I have some books, some racks, and far away mic stand. Many things are there. So what is visible to me in this 180 degrees before me, hemispherically, many things are there. But among all these stimuluses, there are plenty of stimuluses. Among all these stimuluses, I am selecting only the projection which I am doing now. So among all the stimulus, I am selecting only the Google Meet, the projection of PPT. Okay, so after selecting, then we are going for a focusing. So primarily attention is a selection process. After selection, then it will be continued. With after selection, then attention stops. I think you remember in case of perception, we used two words. One is sensation, the other one is perception. What is sensation? It is excitation. It is the excitation of particular nerves. So optical nerve in case of light, sound nerves in case of sound through ear. So it is excited. With that it stops. So if the sense organs are excited, with that sensation stops. And then if you form meaning, then it lands on perception. Likewise, if you select it, then it is an attention. And then after that, it will be continued by other process. Okay, attention is primarily a selection process. Okay, suppose I'll give another example. So suppose you are shopping. You went for shopping from your home around 11 a.m. and you are shopping in your town or city or whichever place you are. You are shopping and it has become around 1:30 p.m. So it has become 2.5 hours over 1:30 p.m. That time you are so much hungry and you are in the street. You came for shopping. In that street, there are many places, many plazas, different marketplaces are there. Jewels and saris and groceries, vegetables, ice creams, hotels, many things are there, as like in any marketplace. So you started from home 11 and still you are in the marketplace, and now it is 1:30 or around, so you are hungry. Even though there are different markets are there now, which will be visible to your eyes at this time?
Hotel.
Hotel, sir.
Very good. Attention is a selection process. What we need now, we are hungry. Since we are very much hungry, even though there are plenty, At this time, even if I am there, there is library. Oh, shall I'll go to the library and read for some time. Like that, I won't think. So there may be many things, but if we are very hungry, and at that road, if there are different markets are available, we will select only the hotel and we will enter the hotel. That's all. So this is a explanation of how we select. So attention is a selection process, and then it is focused and sensate. See, the sensation is little bit second. Attention is the first process. Just it is attention, then only sensation. Okay, like that. The one which you are focusing, that one you will be getting sensation, then perception, meaning formation, it goes on. Okay, right? We will still we can discuss. I am as I said before me, that 180-degree hemispherically what and all I am seeing. What and all I am seeing, but I do focus on a particular thing, and that is our class, and that will be where that will be here. So this is, suppose if you consider this diagram as a focus of our attention, if I am teaching in what area I can tell in these three domains. Let us consider these are full. This is what we are seeing. Focus, margin, and beyond. Together everything we are it is before our eyes. Suppose here if I do teaching, among the three, in which place the teaching we can tell?
Focus, sir.
Focus, good. Focus. Because even though there are many stimulus available for me to listen, but I only chose to teach the class through this Google Meet. Therefore, this teaching will be in my focus. And since printer is very near to me, but even though I am not attending, that will be in margin. Those printers on my right and few books on my left, those things and all, it will be on the margin. And there are few other things which beyond the windows I could see. If at all I could see, I can turn my head, I can see through my window, and there are some trees away from the window, away from our building. Those things, I can also see the other building in our university. But if I turn this and I can see, but now those things are not, even though it is on my verge of my eye, I am not attending it. So that falls under beyond awareness. Okay, the other building, trees, all those things. Okay, a full composition of our attention process. Okay, so there are many stimuluses. Some stimuluses are far away from us, and those which are not selected, and that will be beyond our awareness. There are stimuluses which are very nearby, but we are not trying to attend it, and those things are on margin. And this is the particular stimulus wherein which we are now concentrating on attending. Sorry, I should not use that word, attending. And that attention, that selection of that particular stimulus is called attention. So I have selected this stimulus, class, teaching. So I am attending this. Therefore, for you, as like me, there may be many stimulus, but of all these things, then you are trying to attend the class, which means that you have selected the listening of the class and seeing the PPT, which means that you have selected these stimulus and then you are attending it. Attention, then you have selected the stimulus, which is followed by sensation. Then it is followed by meaning formation, which leads to perception. Okay, so like this only goes, right? Okay. One more also now I can tell. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we are not all from the same state. Maybe in India there are 4 or 5 citizens for election. So just last week and all. So these politicians they came and they were asking for the votes. Suppose our class is going on. You think you are in the last week? Just imagine. Maybe if you are in another state also, just imagine now we are in the class. But from roadside, those people are shouting, "Vote for me! Vote for this symbol! Vote for that symbol! Vote for me! What that fellow is doing? I will do this. I will give these freebies. Vote for me!" Many people will be telling like that. They'll be going, and what we will be doing?
We'll be distracted.
If you are distracting means then you are not attending the class. What we will be doing? We will be
Focusing on the class.
Irritated, sir, by the sound.
you will be distracted by the sound, that is good, but
Increase the volume of headphones, sir.
yes, you can increase the volume of headphone, or you can close your windows. By the way, what you are doing, you are trying to what we are trying to
Avoid.
Focus on the
Focus.
you are trying to select the audio from the teacher. You are trying to view the PPT from the teacher by avoiding all those distractions, which means that you are trying to be attentive. You are trying to attend the class. You are because your priority is this. You want to focus on this. If you want to focus on this, you have to select this stimuli by avoiding those stimuli which peeps through your windows, which peeps through your doors. So all those sounds, high volume, high pitched sounds, all those you have to avoid, even though it comes. So that is what our yogis or those people know. Even though many things happen around them, they won't concentrate. They won't be attentive. So they will be selecting their own happiness, their own inner peace. Okay. So this is how the process happens. So attention is primarily a selection process among all stimuli. So that's why we have to be sometimes attentive. Many times we may lose the attention. Okay. So suppose you think we are reading, we want to read, we want to finish this yesterday sensation, today attention. So I want to read this, I want to finish this assignment. Like this, we will be doing. Sometimes a good aroma comes from the kitchen. A good aroma, the food which we like, the recipe which we like, a good aroma. So what we will think, but here the notes are there, sensation, perception, and everything is there. You are sitting in the table, but from kitchen a good aroma comes. So what will happen now?
You will start to think like, when will the break come?
Hmm. You start to think when will be the. So if you start thinking like that, then you lose the class. If you try to avoid, I think your answer is correct because I too will do like that only. What I will think now, right? First I will take some food. What Sir is not seeing me virtual class. I can eat and see the class. If you think like that, then that's all over. You lose some things. See, you cannot go for two types of attention. You cannot bifurcate the attention. You cannot bifurcate. You cannot divide. I can use that word. Rather than this, I will use that. You cannot divide the attention, which means that singing while if you are taking bathing, that time you are singing. You see TV and then you are eating. You cannot do the process two process at one time. Suppose if you are keep on singing while taking bath, no, you may sing in a better way, but you may not wash your body in a perfect way. If you are full attention on singing means our cleanliness will be less. If you are attentive on cleaning means then your singing will be less, which means that never you divide your attention. So if you see TV and then if you are eating, you may take little more than that what you are taking. Or if you are too much interested on the TV show means you may take little less. Or you may take the food in which ant has gone inside or something has gone inside. Because you are seeing only the TV, you are not seeing your plate. If something came and said fireflies or something, if it comes and sit over our food, then you unknowingly will take and keep inside our mouth, because you never attend, you never divide your attention. Either you can see the TV or you can see the food. Okay, so these are the characteristics of attention. Attention is a selection process, and you never divide attention. Attention cannot be divided. If you want to try to concentrate on the other thing, by that time you lose this thing. What, as I said in the previous example, if some aroma is coming from the kitchen, you are in the living room, some aroma is coming from the kitchen. If you get the smell, and if you think of that aroma, then you lose this. You lose at that point what we are discussing. So that's what we say. You cannot divide your attention. Attention cannot be divided. It has to be. You have to keep on selection and then sensation, then meaning formation. Like that, there is a chain. So selection, sensation, meaning formation. It goes, and we have to constantly select it. That's what. If you lose one time, then means then that part is gone. That comes from practice. That's what. So even you see very small kids, no, whenever I happen to be a teacher of somewhere long before. I do not know that some 25 years before, I have taken some third standard students and fourth standard students and all. See their attention, no, it's very much they will lose attention, but they'll be attentive. They'll be more interest. But at the times, no, that selection, no, sometimes they lose. Suddenly they will go to another type. Many a time they won't sit in the class as we do sit in the class. The adult, they will be sitting or 1.5 hours or 2 hours. The young kids, no, they won't sit in the class. Sometimes they will stand, sometimes they will show their hands, they will dance or whatever you. Okay, catching their attention is very, very difficult. The small kids, because they are highly active and it's easily focusing on different things, shouting, yelling, etc. Okay, but now let us discuss over these two types. So attention is a noun or a verb. What it is? Is that a noun or is that a verb? What is a noun? What do you mean by a noun?
Naming word.
It's a name.
Naming word.
So it is a name of a person or a place. So that's what noun. What is a verb?
Action
An
verbs.
action.
Action.
Action verbs.
Action words. So verb is cycling, dancing, running. That is a verb. Taj Mahal. So those are Ram, Modi. So all those things. So all those things are nouns. The name of a person, name of a place. And the other part is action thing. So running, walking, dancing, swimming. Those are verbs. So in which category does the attention belong?
Noun, sir.
Is a noun. Okay.
Verbs.
No other answer. So one said noun, the other said verb. Then where do I place this?
So verb.
It is verb. You have changed. You told previously noun, no?
No, sir, I haven't said anything.
Okay, somebody said noun. Who said noun?
Sir, Miss
Yes.
Amrita, sir.
Amrita, yes. Still you place it in noun or verb? Have you changed your mind, or still you are telling it is noun?
Still, I'm noun, sir.
Still you are telling you are noun only. Okay, it's not verb. Okay, but the answer most that if I have a pointer like this and a balance. If I want to say an example, the example is like this: like a balance, no, where we buy vegetables, uh, kilograms on one side and vegetables on the other side. If if the pointer is on the middle, and if you ask me noun on one side of the pen and verb on one side, other side of the pen, my pointer directly goes to the verb side. So it is more of a verb than of a noun, even though it applies both. Basically, the answer is correct. It's also noun. Basically, the answer is also correct. But if it's unless and until it is in action, it is not useful. So it's more or less it's an action word. Attention is an action word. So without action, it will not be useful. Okay. So as like running, so as like walking, as like swimming, attention is an action word. Okay. So more than a noun it is. You have to consider like that. So basically it may be sometimes I think you may find both words in the dictionary, N comma V like that they would have put, or you can check it. But mostly the answer is on the verb side. So it is a process. If you say it is a process, it never be a place or name of a person or name of a place. So its ascension is a process and it has to be an action one. Okay, now you go to next topic of determinants of with what determines the attention. Sometimes no, we are disturbed by, as you have said, we are disturbed by many things, sounds or something, aromas, or many things we are disturbed by it. And to discuss what type, what are the things which determines the attention. Any answer for that? Determinants of attention.
Sir, senses.
Senses. Okay, right. Okay, I have marked any other answer. Senses.
Effectiveness
Circumstance.
of
Yes, one by one.
Environmental factors.
Okay, environmental.
Circumstance, sir. Our surroundings.
effect,
Okay, I have written environmental factors. What is the other one? Next one. Some boy was telling me, who is it? Avinash or whom?
yes, sir.
Effective. What is it?
Sir, effectiveness of accidents, sir. Those who are happening, those.
Effectiveness of accidents.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Effectiveness of accidents. That will determine the attention.
Incident, sir. Incident.
Okay, incident. Effectiveness of incidents. That will determine the attention. Environmental factor is a big term. See, what is an environment? What is environment? Other
Sir,
than me, everything is environment. That's all. Just if you make a border of me, if you put a line, border line, after everything is an environment except I. So that is a big word. So this can be avoided. And the senses, we cannot have that as an answer.
Sir,
Um,
activeness of brain.
sir, interest.
interest, good. This is one of the answer. Interest gives attention. So if you are interested in cricket, no, you will be always watching cricket. Because of interest in cricket, you watch IPL. I don't have interest in cricket now. I had in my school days. Now I don't have that much interest. I am not watching IPL. So interest is the correct answer. And the effectiveness of that incident, it can be again it's a bigger term. A smaller term like in interest, those things you can use. Suppose if you are going on the roadside, no, you will be seeing a particular market or particular plaza. Why you are seeing that particular plaza? Which way you are attracted to that particular
Uniqueness, sir.
uniqueness? Okay, uniqueness. Okay. Okay, I'll
Sir,
proceed.
importance.
Importance. Okay, the other way.
We may need that. We may need that or
Okay, need. Need is the correct answer. Need. So I'll mark the answers which I'll be going to discuss. The interest is one of the answer. Need is another answer. Because interest is a little bit different from me. I may have interest in cricket, but that is of not needed for me now. It's not required for me. Okay, so so I need water. That is in that is what it's a need. It's a water, food, and those things we can place under need. Salary, without which we cannot live. So these words are correct. Interest, needs, all those things. The importance of the general words. Important is very generalized word. We want to go for very specific word like interest, like needs. Okay. I'll proceed. Determinants of attention. And there are two types of determinants. One we call as external, the other we call as internal. Internal is within us. It is within us. Therefore, we call it as internal factors. The external factors are away from us. It is not within us. So therefore, we call it as away from us. We call it as external factors. Okay. So there are two factors. So now we'll take one by one heading. So now we'll go for external factors. And these are the external factors. How many external factors?
8, sir.
Eight,
8, sir.
8 external factors are there. Because of this only you are attracted to something. The size, the intensity, the change, the contrast, novelty, movement, repetition, systematic form. Because of this only you are attracted to something. You lose your attention and you show your attention on that. You are not selecting this and you are selecting that one because of these 8 external factors. Okay, so we will take one by one and we will understand what these things are. The size. So the size determines the attention. If it's a larger one, no, then we will be showing our attention. For example, just I have put the Thiruvalur statue at Kanyakumari, and now we have Sardar Patel statue, or for that matter, many things. So if it's sometimes bigger, and then we will show our attention. Even sometimes very small, we will show our attention. Okay, the size matters. So always one thing we have to have in mind. We are reading all these things because why we read all these things? Sensation, perception, attention. Why we read? Yes.
Eagerness of learning, sir.
Yes, because of learning, and then where we will be using this, all these things.
Under
As a
cognition,
teacher, we have to know this.
Yes, under cognition only it is coming, that is different, but we do pursue a professional course. At the end of the course, we will become a teacher. Why we are keeping in this course? Because as a teacher, you have to understand all these things and you have to use this in your class. Across the 8 semester, whatever you have, all those things will be helpful to become a better teacher. That's why we keep everything in syllabus. So you are reading attention, you are reading the determinants of attention, you are reading size in the external determinants of attention, which means that as a teacher, sometimes you have to use bigger fonts in the class. So you write very much bigger in the board, font size. Then only it will be visible to all student. Otherwise, it won't be visible. Suppose, see, till now you wouldn't have practiced. Maybe exceptions may be few. You wouldn't have practiced in writing a blackboard. You consider a real kind of teaching, not a virtual kind of teaching. Suppose if you are writing in a blackboard or a whiteboard or a green board, whatever it is, board, you should not write how you are writing in your notebook. You should use a font size which very much bigger, which is very much bigger. Then only the students who are sitting at the last row, it will be very visible to them. So you should not write how you are writing in your notebooks. Now I am doing that. Like this only I will write in my notebooks. This same size only, maybe 12, 14, like that font size. And this maybe you have to, may take it as 100. So exactly times more I have to write. Why I am increasing my font size in the blackboard?
For attention.
Very good. That is the answer. To increase the attention. Then only students will be able to select it. If you write very small, no, for them it will be very difficult to see the font. And for that matter, that last bench, those people, if they are not able to see, for them it will be very happy. That's all. Over. Okay. So we have to increase the font size. So that's why sometimes which is very bigger, or sometimes you even you could have seen many films. On the first day, what they will do in the films, which on theaters, if they come in first day, the films outside the theater, what they will keep?
Flex.
Flex of heroes or heroines to that much bigger. You would have seen it's very much big. Nowadays, whenever you are going in a traffic, in cities or towns or wherever it is, these things are very distracting us. We are not able to concentrate on the traffic. Side by you can see bigger size. The advertisement of that maybe a particular shop, or these kind of advertisement in the theaters. See, that size is maybe like 50 feet or 100 feet, that much height it will be. So these things distract us. Sometimes we tend to select that and thereby committing an accident. Like that only it is going. So they will keep only even in 4 squares, where there is a four roads are joining that. There also they are giving advertisement. I think this can be avoided. Unable to concentrate on the road, our attention loses. Here also they place advertisements, even in electronic boards or sometimes. Okay, these things urges us to select that stimulus. So because of that font size or the large size.